Today we are making prosciutto wrapped asparagus, which is another recipe from Carefree Keto, my new book. And the first thing you're going to do is take some asparagus. And we're gonna do bunches of like 3. So get your asparagus, get a piece of prosciutto, and you can use cream cheese or goat cheese. What's up, Mac? I'm using goat cheese. And this would be a great side with like steak, pork chops, salmon, some sort of meat. I'm actually gonna have it with itself right now, and then Anna's bringing me home some In-N-Out, so I'm gonna get a Flying Dutchman or 2 from there. I just saw that in there, was flipping through today. Hey, yeah, definitely recommend making this one. So we add the asparagus. Let me move my phone down so you can see a little better. We add the asparagus and then we just roll it up like this. And you can like double roll it however you want to. And then we're gonna put it on a baking sheet and start with the next one. Thank you, Bridget. All right, guys, so I made a video today. You could also double, like use 2 pieces of prosciutto because it does look like a little flimsy. It's like not held together super great right here. But I'm just gonna do one. Love your recipes and your baby is adorable. Hey, thank you. Is the Ora wheat bread better than Sola bread taste-wise? Everyone has their own opinions on like their favorite bread. I like the Ora wheat. I'm sponsored by them, so that's like, I guess, a disclaimer, but I like all keto bread, especially Home Depot bread, but Ora wheat is great. That's why I work with them, because I'm a fan. Their seeded bread. I was sleeping on their seeded bread. All right, anyway, so we got this one. Okay, I keep forgetting what I was gonna say. So I was shooting this video today, and it's about progress and how many people start keto and they're like 20 pounds in the first month, 5 pounds in the first week. And that is what we go into keto thinking progress is, you know, because most people get rid of a lot of stored water when they start doing keto. But that's not really a significant measurement of progress, because you want to lose fat. Like if you want the shape of your body to change, if you want to be healthier, you have to lose fat, not just water. So once the initial water comes off at the beginning of your keto journey, then it's about fat loss. And that is like a slower process. So there are people who are losing 1 pound per week, half a pound per week. And that's actually great progress. But we don't think of it that way because we just watch 600 Pound Life and they have so much weight to lose. And then Dr. Now puts them on like a very low carb diet. So they're just dropping so much weight. But comparing ourselves to that is just not realistic, because if you have 20 pounds to lose, you're not going to lose it in a month the same way someone who has 200 pounds to lose is going to lose 20 pounds, you know? Is that feta cheese? Can you use cream cheese? So this is goat cheese, but yes, you can totally use cream cheese. I wonder if this would be good with feta. Here in Brazil, they don't sell keto bread. Yeah, it's hard to find keto bread outside of the US. I mean, it's hard to find keto products in general outside of the US. Wait, I think we have 2 more. So let's double wrap the most flimsy looking. So Home Depot bread is like the best. You get it at Home Depot. It's keto friendly too. All right, so I double wrapped this one. And this prosciutto, I just want to eat the last piece. but we can double wrap this one. All right, here we go. Oh no, a piece of goat cheese fell out. There we go. And I'm gonna spray and season this a little, so let's do that now. There are 4 pieces of asparagus left. Mac, I can't tell you, it's confidential information. I'm sorry. All right, so we sprayed it. We're gonna season it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And I'm just using table salt. I know a lot of people have problems with table salt. I don't care. We ran out of salt, and Costco doesn't have salt right now. We've tried twice, and we can't. I don't know. It's like sold out. So some pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. So I just went to Walmart and just grabbed table salt until we get more at Costco. All right, 400 for about 10 minutes, and this will be ready to go. I can put this in the dishwasher. I have electrolyte packets. I add to water so easy. So yeah, guys, if you're trying to get electrolytes in, packets are great. I like Ultima if you want like a spoonable jar. You can supplement electrolytes. I order magnesium glycinate on Amazon and take potassium citrate. And the most important electrolyte of all is salt. So if you don't salt your food heavily, if you're constantly going to the bathroom, if your pee is crystal clear, that's probably a sign you need more salt. And you can take a little teaspoon, swallow it, take half a teaspoon, mix it in your water a few times a day. Just make sure you're getting extra salt in, because when you're doing keto, that's one electrolyte people overlook and don't get enough of. I've noticed maltodextrin is in a lot of things, even the antacids I was using. I've had to really focus on labels more. Yeah, so they use maltodextrin in a lot of things. The maltodextrin that is used in things like pepperoni and what else? Sausage. If you're getting something, or pork rinds, if you're getting something with maltodextrin in it that is savory, meaning it doesn't taste sweet, they're probably not using a lot of maltodextrin, and you should be fine to actually keep consuming that. I'm not saying it's amazing, I'm just saying it's not enough maltodextrin to kick you out of ketosis. The problem is whenever they put maltodextrin in your sweetener, like stevia in the raw, it claims to be stevia, but it's really maltodextrin with a tiny bit of stevia. So any products that are savory, I wouldn't worry about maltodextrin. I would be more worried about like seed oils than maltodextrin in your savory foods. But maltodextrin in sweets, that's where the problem is. Inches come off a lot easier with keto than with a low-fat diet. Watch your clothes versus the scale when doing keto. Success will feel and look differently than other lifestyles. That's another thing I didn't touch on was the video I made today I was telling you guys about. I did this scene where I was like, oh, my jeans fit me better. That's a big sign you're having progress. And I think this is why it works so well on keto for like what you're explaining is body recomposition, where instead of just losing weight, you are losing fat and preserving and possibly even gaining some muscle. Gaining muscle doesn't mean you're like going to the gym and lifting weights. Gaining muscle could just mean if you start taking the stairs and you go from a diet that had like 12 grams of protein a day because you just ate Twinkies all day, and then you start eating real food and you're eating meat with every meal and protein with every meal, your body is going to put on some muscle. So that's like body recomposition. And that means you could be slimming down even if the scale isn't a huge reflection of that. Now, if you have 100 pounds to lose and you're eating a keto diet and the scale just isn't moving, that's a different story. But especially if it's not moving over a period of months, that's like a big red flag. But in general, like if the scale isn't moving as fast as you want to, focus on your inches and see if something else is going on. But the reason keto does so well for that is because the average person on like a standard American diet probably doesn't get much protein at all. So there are studies that show when calories and protein are controlled for, you really don't lose that much more weight on keto or low carb than you do on a low fat diet. But people aren't going from a diet where the calories are controlled for and the protein is exactly the same to keto. People are going from, I woke up and had a Pop-Tart, and then at lunch I had a Big Mac, and then for dinner I had a piece of pizza, and dessert was a pint of Ben & Jerry's. There's no protein in that diet, which protein burns a lot of calories when you consume it compared to other foods, and also the way it just preserves lean body mass and like all of these good things that happen. So going from that diet I just described to keto is 1,000% better and healthier for you. But if you go to a lower fat diet where you're also prioritizing protein, that also isn't terrible, and you'll probably see similar benefits. So that's just something people don't consider when they're like, oh, keto is not this amazing thing. It's like, it really is when you come off of a junk food diet, because it just forces you to eat more protein. It's like, it's more effortless to get in more protein, and that is the real key. Exactly, Karen, and getting enough protein is the key to prevent hair loss when you're losing weight. What's your go-to keto tortilla? I've struggled finding one. All I know is that I switch brands and I eat them consistently and I eventually get stomach aches. Doesn't happen on the keto bread, but keto tortillas are just my weakness. They taste so good, and so I don't really have a go-to. Whichever brand I go with, I try not to eat them every day. If you can eat them every day and you don't get it, maybe I have like a gluten issue or something. If you can eat them every day and don't get a stomach ache, go for it if you're seeing results. But I'm not gonna recommend a low carb tortilla just because I don't really have one that doesn't give me tummy aches. If I eat it consistently enough. That doesn't mean I don't make recipes with them and eat them once every few days, but I just have issues when I'm eating them every day. I think the Mission ones taste the best for sure though. All right, our asparagus, let's check it out. Ooh, this is starting to look good. I think just a few more minutes. I literally just bought a loaf of keto bread trying for the first time. Oh, nice. I add a little cottage cheese on my scrambled eggs. I've never done that except for the egg bites, because that kind of gives it the Starbucks like creamy vibe. What was the water you suggested? The water. What water did I suggest, Didi? I'm not sure. La Banderita. I like those too. What's your go-to hot sauce? I think it depends. So a lot of people like just like Frank's Red Hot. I think that's good. A lot of people like Tapatio. A lot of people like Valentina, Mexican hot sauce. I went through a phase where I loved Valentina. And also like Louisiana hot sauce. I would say my favorite though is just the hottest hot sauce I can find. I love the burn. So we get this brand called Mama Sharps. I don't know how widespread it is, how available it is, but I really like that one. Oh, Dee Dee, so it was somebody in the comments, okay. And they said it was Ultima. Yes, Ultima is great. What's your new book called? Bridget, it is called Carefree Keto. You can get it on Amazon. Just type in Carefree Keto. A space between carefree. A lot of times it will correct you to carefree as one word, and then it shows you like a bunch of like women's health products. I think there's a women's health brand called Carefree. So if you don't correct the carefree and put a space between it, it will show you like pads. How do you do cream cheese in the eggs? I've never put cream cheese in my eggs, but when you make the Starbucks egg bites, which by the way are actually in my book, Carefree Keto, you blend up the eggs with cottage cheese. Or you use like a hand mixer. Alright, I think these are done. That was super quick. I'm getting your new book. Hey, thank you, Danny. I got your book this week and have made 3 recipes already and loved them. Oh, thank you, Sherry. All right, I'm gonna save 2 of these for Anna, and I will eat 2. Ooh, this is hot. Is this gonna break the glass plate if I set it on it? I need somewhere to set this baking sheet. Yummy, yummy. I got your book this week. Tomorrow I'm making the lemon cookies. Oh, those are so yummy. Congrats on the new book. Hey, thank you. Do you do most of the cooking? I do because I'm Keto Snacks. I think if I had like a job where I went into an office all day and then came home, Anna would do most of the cooking because she's good at cooking. But I do this because this is what I do, like all day. I mean, it does give us a weird relationship with cooking because I can never just cook something without feeling guilty about not recording it. And so most of the time it's like I'm either cooking a recipe video or I just warm up a Real Good Foods meal from the freezer because I feel guilty if I put effort into cooking and not recording it, but sometimes I'm just too tired to record myself cooking. So it's like most of the time I just like throw some eggs on a pan and give those to Anna, or like put a piece of meat in the air fryer. So like that's really the only cooking I do off camera, is just like throw some meat in the air fryer, put some eggs in a pan, maybe I'll microwave some like frozen peas or something. So it is a little higher in carbs, so definitely save them for post-workout or on days where you're not eating a lot of carbs. But I've been really enjoying peas lately. Ooh, these are hot. All right, I need a camera. Let's put one more. Oh, this one came apart. All right, lesson. The double wrapped ones are staying together. The ones that are not double wrapped are falling apart. I think it's because the type of prosciutto I was using was like already falling apart. All right, I'm gonna take one more picture and then I'm done, I promise. Yummy, yummy. Okay, time to eat. This may be too hot to eat, but I could have left it in a little longer. The asparagus is still kind of crunchy, but it's still so good. This is amazing. Yes, Jazzy, this would be perfect for a dinner party. Oh my god. I am so glad I discovered goat cheese. I spent my entire life never having had goat cheese. And then when I met Anna, she got me like into all this fancy food. I've always been a pork chops and green beans for dinner. Go to McDonald's for lunch. That was just my vibe my whole life. And get a bunless burger when I started doing keto. And then Anna's like, oh, you need goat cheese. You need this. But guys, these right here, so good. All right, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta take the dogs out. I will see you tomorrow. I love you. I believe in you. Have a blessed rest of your night.